3, 2, 1. What is up, guys? This is the Worship Leader Podcast. I'm
back.
Terry, and we back. My man Josh over here. We back again. We back again. I have to title this one, We Back Again.
Oh my gosh.
How y'all doing out there in all of the lands and the YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else this is found,
TikTok
wherever you're listening?
or whatever. Oh wait,
Whatever.
no, we don't do TikTok.
Yeah, all
No.
of the stuff that you
Yes.
see us on, or wherever you see us. How y'all doing out there? Hopefully everything is good. Josh, how you been? How you been
I've
doing?
been good. It's hot, y'all.
Oh.
It's Louisiana. It's for those of you who are not living in the South and having an enjoyable, non-melty summer. But for all the rest of us, we dying.
Yeah, it's
We dying.
it is hot. I worked a lot. I think it was over the past 2 days. I've just been working a lot, and a lot of it's been outside, and it's extra hot. I lost so much. Like I've been I go on these kicks. I think everybody kind of does this because in my talkings with people, most people do this. I kind of fluctuate on the eating, so I'll eat really good for a while to get where I want, and then I'll get lax, whatever. So I'm in the cycle of eating good, and I'm trying to eat less, just to eat when I'm. What happened was, let's back this up. I'm off on the tangent now. We might as well dive all the way in.
There's
Like-
always a story.
There's been like a virus going around lately. Have you heard about that or whatever?
Which one?
It's like a stomach virus, like a stomach bug.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the monkeypox.
Oh no. I've heard that term once, or I saw it once when I was scrolling. And I just passed it up, so I don't even know what's going on with that. There was this stomach virus, and I was touring, and like the separate people in the separate states. There was like 3 different states represented, and the 3 states back home, the people had stomach viruses, and that was before we even like dispersed and went back home. So they didn't get it from us; they had it separately.
Oh.
And it's kind of been going around. Well, anyway, I had a little stomach bug, and I didn't eat very much that day. I had like crackers and water, or crackers and Sprite or something like that, and then later
Real feeling.
I tried like some fruit, and then I was like, you know what? It doesn't take as much eating as I thought it did to get by.
Because I think it's like a mind thing. Because
Yeah.
you're just like, surely I need more food than this. There's no way I don't.
And so what I've been doing lately is I've been eating just to the point where I'm like satisfied or almost not satisfied, and then I wait for a while, and then it'll just, the food
Yeah.
catches up with you or whatever. Well, anyway, I say that to say I've been eating less lately, and I've been working outside and sweating like crazy, and I've been losing all kind of electrolytes, and like the other night I started getting cramps and stuff just because it's been so hot and I've been sweating so much. I'm losing all I gotta go get some Gatorade and stock the fridge or something. But yeah,
Vitamin
it
water,
is.
pickle juice.
It is hot. It's hot as I don't know what out there. It's crazy.
It's
But
bad,
all
y'all.
that long way around to say it's hot.
It's bad. Y'all.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
bad.
It is bad. Yeah, how you? I just took the
Oh,
mic from you.
No,
and
I mean, I'm living.
living in that routine, huh?
Basically. I mean, it feels like the sun's basically right there.
Following
Literally
you.
right
You're
there.
driving. It's like right here.
Literally. And you're just like, surely the sun's moved by now. And it hasn't. It hasn't.
So, as far as 1 second, y'all.
You just remember something?
All right, I'm back. I don't think I'm gonna edit that out because I don't have time. But I thought I heard a beep, and I was checking the camera. We're using a different camera today.
Yes.
And
that too.
it doesn't have the little flip around screen where I
So
can
we don't really
see.
know what's going on.
So I don't know what's going on. I thought I heard the camera beep, and I thought it had shut off for some strange reason. I just had to check that out. So, yeah. Anyway, back. So you were saying the sun it's just been hot.
Basically, just been following us around.
Now you are baby free at the time right now, right?
Yes. Okay, so my child is with her grandparents. She's with my in-laws right now. Thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I am getting so much sleep right now. I'm getting so much sleep. I love my child, by the way. I really do. Love having her around. This is an amazing time of life. But if you're a parent, you understand. Like, the sleep that I'm getting right now, I'm so thankful for. And, like, I'm resting. You get to come home, and you actually get to, like, get on the sofa, and you're just like, wow. I haven't done this in a long time. Like,
I feel you, because right now, the kids, the wife and the kids are away. They went on a vacation. We had a friend who was going on a vacation with a group of people and had some backouts or whatever, and so they were looking for some spots to fill. And Trisha and the kids, they have kids the same age, and so it was just good. It just worked out. So they're in Florida, enjoying the nice sandy beaches and clear water, and I'm here in Louisiana sweating to death.
Trying not to pass out.
But yeah, with me, it's kind of been doing a lot of work. I've been working on a studio, so I'm building a studio that is a video and audio studio, so it'll be a recording studio for video and for audio.
And just a heads up, if you want to see the progress for it, it's on his Instagram page. He normally posts it on his story. Wow, words are hard.
That's a tough post.
Yes.
that's a hard word.
Because I said it and I was like, post.
And yeah, so I've been doing that, and it's hot. I don't have AC in there yet, so it's like being in an attic, basically.
And for anyone who's ever been in a attic, wow, ever been in an attic in the heat, it's basically like you got to tell somebody before you go up there, so that like
yeah, like if I don't come back in 5 minutes, come check on me.
Just shoot me a text. If I don't text you back, send help.
Like a priest tie a cord around your ankle. Drag me out. We're going Old Testament on. Drag me on out if I fall out.
It's like y'all. But for real though, those Louisiana heat's dangerous. Drink your water.
Yeah, drink.
Please drink your water, even if you inside all day.
Yeah, definitely. And so I've been doing that, and been doing a few little tour dates with Charity Gale, which if you get the chance to go to one, they are absolutely amazing. Her nights of worship, they are monumental times of worship. It's really nice. So actually when you see this, I'll probably be back, just going on a three date run. And so yeah, be doing that. So between that and building the studio and then work, I've been like super busy. And so Josh has school, and he has time with family, and he has life obligations. It's just you're an adult, life is busy.
Yes.
So yeah,
it's rough. Basically, because then like on top of that we had. What is it? Well, right now in Louisiana is camp season. Well, by the time you see this, it will not be camp season probably. But it's been Louisiana camp season, which for those of you who don't know, is basically the youth basically go out to the campgrounds, which is a location in Tioga, and basically they have church services, they have stuff for young people to do, and it's really, really awesome if you get to send your child. It's amazing time. They have these incredible services, incredible moments with God, and it's even more amazing because it's just like they're around people their own age.
Yeah.
And it's away from the parents, so it's just like they're getting it for themselves, and it's amazing. It's really amazing.
And after that is camp meeting, which is pretty much camp for the adults, but you don't some people do stay out at the campgrounds, but it's so after the camps for the high school and all that stuff and junior high, then it's camp meeting, which is just camp for adults. And so
basically
that
everybody.
And we're both singing in the you are doing it this year. You said you were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're both singing in the camp choir, so
that's literally an every night event.
Yeah, it's an every night event. So So
and you're probably not leaving till like 9 or 10 o'clock. Like, no lie.
right.
No joke.
And so that adds a little more busyness to the schedule. But I mean, it's a
We should try vlogging.
You know. Yeah.
Maybe we do that.
Yeah.
Maybe this is literally us brainstorming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We should vlog it. You know, that's a worship leader podcast vlog. We should do that. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think we can make that happen. We can do that.
Because maybe we can do like a day by day
Let's
thing. Because we
just-
normally only have like 15 minutes to do it anyway.
Let's just vlog on our phones. Make it
I like
super
it.
easy. No cameras.
I like
we'll
it.
just vlog on the phones.
Mm-hmm.
You
Take
can
it on the go.
take it on the go. We'll have it with us. And you know, any footage you get, we can get together and send it to me, and I'll process it all. And yeah, we'll just do phone vlogs.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
So
looking for the vlog, y'all.
yeah, vlog, camp meeting vlog. That was a good idea. That was a worship leader podcast camp meeting vlog. And so life is busy, and that's kind of where we've been.
Mm-hmm.
And now back to, I guess, the worship leader podcast. Josh he had some good ideas on some stuff to talk about. And you were saying like your identity outside of your worship leader identity off the platform, like
Yes. And that was literally like when I texted him today, it was like super duper vague, and I was and he was just like, yeah, I like it. And I was like, man, I hope that came across right.
No, I get what you were. Yeah, that came across great. Yeah.
And it's like and honestly, like this is kind of like it's kind of been like where my headspace has been at, where it's just kind of like trying to figure out like, okay, so when you don't have a platform, like who are you, like what do you do, like because I mean like words basically like after a certain point you don't have those stories of like like the older generation where they had the stories of just like, well, we used to do this and we used to go here and we used to have church like this. Like you don't hear about anybody having a tent revival. Like that just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it's like you have but even
It's
the
a
tent
gimmicky
revivals
kinda thing.
yeah, it's like it's not like they used to have it where it was
Yeah.
like no AC, no fans. Like if you passed out, well, we'll pray for you. Like
get on up, heat devil, get on up out of him.
basically like
I curse the sun. Get on up out of him, heat. Not the S-O-N, the S-U-N.
get up outside.
Get up out of it.
So it's just like you don't have that anymore, and like people like under the age of like under the age of 40, like you're used to having like platform stuff, and most of it is normally full band related in some way, or you at least have like a 3-piece band with like a drum or drums and I don't know, keys, acoustic or something like that. But it's like it's really not common to even talk about what worship leading looks like, not just on like a day-to-day, but like what do you do when you're not scheduled? What do you do in those times when you're not necessarily singing on the platform or you're not leading or something like that, And so it's just, I don't know, that's where my headspace has been.
Yeah, and I had this thought while you were talking. I think a good thing, and this is I'll just throw it out there. One of the thoughts I had was stay connected. So I was thinking like maybe, and I don't do this, but it was a thought that came to my head that this is good constructive stuff that someone can use that I don't do. But staying connected, like I guess like getting together. I guess we do it every once in a while. Like
Yeah.
we'll do lunch at the China Bull, which is the great Asian food place.
Yes.
We'll just kind of get
Anybody
together.
that says different, you're wrong.
You are wrong.
You are heavily wrong.
So we stay connected, even though we're worship leaders. We don't always talk about worship leading stuff. We talk about life,
Also true.
just kind of like the catch up that we had before. We do that kind of stuff. So how's school going? How's your internship going? How's your life? What are your dreams like? Are you what? That kind of, we just kind of catch up in life. And I think that's good for like ministry people.
Mm-hmm.
to do. The people that are of the same ministry, I think that's good to kind of get together and to not even talk about worship leaders stuff, just to get together and to
talk about day-to-day
talk
stuff.
about day-to-day stuff, break bread like they used to do in the Bible days. They got together, went from house to house, breaking bread and having fellowship. I think that's a big part of when you're not singing a whole lot regularly. I think that's a big part in still feeling connected and still feeling, for lack of a better word, relevant. I don't have a better word that goes there right now.
I think that fits though, because it's just like feeling relevant doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, I'm in the spot, but I mean like just feeling like you're still a part of the body. Yeah, because it's really easy just to get lost in the whole like, well,
it is, and these thoughts just keep coming as. One thing that's very easy, like we said, a busy life. It's very easy to get lost in the shuffle, like the busyness, and just to kind of. It's kind of like, again, I'm horrible with analogies today, but hopefully you'll get what I'm saying. It's kind of like an escape. That's a better than what I was gonna say. An escape. I was gonna make a drug analogy.
Oh gosh,
but an escape. It just like if there are some negative feelings, a good escape would be busyness. Or just staying. You don't have to think about it that way. If you just stay busy with life and this and that, you don't have to think about the ministry and how things are not exactly the way you want them right now in ministry. Busyness can be a big escape. So I would think that, again, circling back around and making time, like I said, we do it every once in a while. We'll make time to just to get together and to sit and talk over food, because we both love to eat.
Yes.
So we'll just get together and we'll just talk.
In case you haven't noticed, we love food.
It's a common theme.
And honestly, we need to do one with food again, because we haven't done that in a long time.
The next one will be with food.
Yes.
The next one will be with food. Definitely. Well, this one is going to happen quick, because I'm
not going to lie. I had to fight the urge, because I nearly brought food this time. Not going to lie to you. I was just like, man, I want something so bad, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to.
So yeah, I think that's a good way to kind of to live a life that's off the stage. Any thoughts on that or outside of that you may have?
Honestly, something that I've been thinking about is like, how like whenever you get involved in something, especially when when you start thinking about like progressing and what it means to be like successful. And man, I feel like I'm about to change subject, but like,
no, go for it. Let's go.
Like what it means to like be successful, and like what does it mean to, I don't know. Well, no, I'm not gonna say.
You mean in your ministry, like be successful in your ministry?
Yes, and it's just perfect. Like, what does it mean for a worship leader to be like progressing? And it's just like, I feel like especially the younger you go, you start thinking about like your mind automatically goes to like platform, some form of platform, like like I know I've gotten successful when it's just like I've sung at like NAYC, or I'm singing frontline at this camp meeting or something like that, or like something like that, or even just like, oh, I'm leading a solo at my church, like that mindset of just like I feel like I've gotten success because I'm on a platform, but I feel myself starting to like stretch out of that in the sense of just like, well, maybe there's other forms of success. Like there's other forms of just like, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a worship leader. Yeah,
I think that's a very slippery slope. Yeah, we'll use success because success is a word that it's good imagery. Mm-hmm. Like success as a worship leader, I think that's a very slippery slope, because it can be healthy, but it can very quickly be unhealthy. Yeah. And I think it being unhealthy is more common than it being healthy. Just because,
if we're being honest,
just because it can drive you in a way, if you're trying to achieve something and you're doing too much and just whatever it takes to achieve this goal, that's unhealthy. And also it can it can bring forth the whole comparison thing, which is super unhealthy also. Mm-hmm. But I think it's if you can keep it in place and have it as a driving factor and keep all that stuff back, it can be healthy. Mm-hmm. But it's a very slippery slope, and I think the whole success mindset, like, it's just you have to be active with it. Like you said, being successful can be I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now, and I think that's a very healthy mindset, a very healthy way to go about it, to go about thinking about it, is like where I'm at right now is successful. Where I am on my journey right now is successful, and if I am prayerful and if I am in God's will and prayerful about everything, and I stay in my success now, mm-hmm. then things will progress as as God has them to progress. I think that's a very good mindset to have. Like, where I am right now is success. It's successful.
And honestly, like, I kind of feel like it's really easy to just get caught up in that whole question of just like, well, what's wrong with me because I'm not getting XYZ opportunities or something like that, or I've been doing it this long, so at this point I should be at this point. And I see, like you had said, like, I feel I can see the slippery slope in that, because then all of a sudden it's just like it starts feeding into like insecurities, and then like that's how people end up getting whatever. And I mean, I guess, and honestly, like, when this idea was really like hitting my mind, and really even and it's not even necessarily like, oh, I have this solution and or anything like that, but it's like really just something that my mind has just really been thinking about, really, just because it's just like a lot of times, like, when you think about success in a worship leading role, you immediately go to platforms, being a recording artist, that sort of thing. Yeah. Like, it always just goes that way, and it's just like, what, it's okay if sometimes you don't get scheduled. It's not gonna kill you.
Yeah. Like, and what I was thinking about, one of the things I've just started thinking is, I think what we're talking about now is something that's very well, I know in larger churches, and right now I guess we'll speak to a larger church. In larger churches, I think that's something that is very common. Well, not even a larger church, just in general with worship leaders. Yeah. I think it's something that's very common, but not talked about as often, because every person that's a worship leader, praise team, singing, or whatever, that I've had a real sit-down, real conversation, including myself, has felt some kind of way about not being used or feeling like you should be whatever. At some point in their feeling. Lives. Like, it's, and I think now we're about to get laying on the couch here. I think that's a normal human emotion, mm-hmm. and feeling that is totally normal. I think it's what we do with it, mm-hmm. what we do with those feelings, and how we, because I mean, if you live life, you're gonna have a gambit of different emotions. It's normal. It's a part of the human experience, and I don't think being a worship leader or being devoted to God, but it absolutely does not exempt us from that. So I feel like maybe we should normalize that. Of course, it has to be safe. Yeah. But I think I think normalizing that and going to a safe person to talk about that, I think you'll realize that, hey, that person that has been there too, discouraged about their worship leader role, mm-hmm. At the time, because I know there's plenty of times when I've been discouraged about the place I was in the ministry, mm-hmm. And it's kind of, I'm starting to talk in circls, so I'll just, it's kind of something that we should, I think we should embrace and know that we're not alone in it, because all of the people that I've talked to over the years, and including myself, has felt that kind of way. Mm-hmm. We've all felt that kind of way at some point in our life. So I think it's normal, and we just we just work through it with talking with each other, and back again, full circle, like staying, connected. I think kind of helps.
I mean, that does play a huge part, because it's just like, I think sometimes we can, where it gets unhealthy, and I mean, like there's an, like you had brought up, there's a healthy way to deal with it, then there's an unhealthy way to deal with it. That unhealthy way, it's really easy to get bitter and jealous, and so now you're like envious of other people because people your age or your peers or something like that. And sometimes it's not even necessarily your peers that get the opportunities. Maybe you're envious because other people are getting opportunities, and you're just like, well, what about me? And then if you're not careful, you start nitpicking, and you start like whatevering about other people who are getting these opportunities, not necessarily because they're bad, but because that's what you wanted.
Yeah, right.
Right. And so like that's the kind of stuff that starts happening when that unhealthy mindset starts setting in. But then when you start moving into like the healthier, when you're just like, okay, you know what, I'm feeling this way, but what am I going to do about it? I guess is a good way to put it. Like, what am I going to do in this moment? Like, am I going to let this get out of control? Or am I going to do something healthy about it? Am I going to pray about it? Go seek some wise counsel, that sort of thing. Because, I mean, I get it. Like, when you're either not where you feel like you should be, or you're feeling like you're not really getting scheduled all that much, it just starts playing with your mind a ton.
Yeah.
And you just kind of start questioning yourself, and you start questioning other people, and like
it's crazy. Like, I know myself, like my brain. I'm sure everybody else is out there is like this, but I know my brain. Like, my brain can take. You give it an inch, and it'll go a mile. Like,
thoughts dangerous.
Like,
thoughts are dangerous.
My brain. Like, I wonder why X, Y, Z, and then your brain's like, maybe it's because of this.
Like, that's real. That's real. This is real.
Yeah.
And by the way, we probably should put a disclaimer. Super transparent episode.
Yeah, it is. This is like super transparent episode, and I just kicked the table. Well, punched the table. So yeah, I think brains and that stuff just kind of play a really tricky role in that, and another thing, with outside of off the stage, another thing that I think that would be good to discuss is balance. Maybe for like a smaller church, that somebody is maybe overused,
that part.
and needs a break. Maybe how balancing the worship leader life with the off stage. And I think one of the things that needs to happen is, with this kind of thing, when it's overused, I think we need to realize that the work will never be done. So at a certain time, we just got to shut it off and start over again the next day.
Yeah.
That's true. When it comes to scheduling people and making sure people are everything's lined up for a service and all the songs are right, and maybe there's all of the behind the scenes stuff along with platform ministry. I think sometimes it can go on, and you can think about it. Maybe even if it's not physically working all the time, maybe it's mentally. Like, there needs to be, and this is super hard to do, but especially mentally. But at some point, there needs to be a Sabbath, for lack of a better word. Yeah. Like, there has to be a cutoff time where you'll say, okay, I'm gonna stop this, and I'll just pick it up tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch Despicable Me or whatever. I'm just gonna, with me and the family, we're gonna get together, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna watch a movie, and I'm not gonna think about all of the things.
Yeah, no, that's real. And honestly, because I think sometimes, in especially ministry minded people, you feel guilty for taking a break. Because you're just like, it feels like you're taking a break from God and from your calling, and you're just like, wow. Like
he's preaching right now. Like, that's good stuff.
And then like you feel bad because then like even if you don't do it, there's that desire to do it, and then you feel bad for the desire because you're just like, well, this is what God called me to do, so why do I feel? And I've heard differing views on it, and I'm kind of, and it's weird. Like I feel like I'm kind of like straddling the fence, not because I can't make a decision, but because like I agree with both sides.
There's good points, yeah, on both sides.
Because the thing is, like I've heard the whole like, well, you shouldn't want to take a break, and then I've also heard like, oh no, you have to take a break, and I'm on the in between where it's just like, I agree that there are times when you just need to breathe. And you just need to stop and say, you know what? I'm going to do what I need to do so that I can receive, because it's not healthy to pour from an empty cup. Even more so, and that's just speaking in general, but even more so in ministry.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, after a certain point, you can't take people to places that you're not going. Like that's just it doesn't work like that.
Good stuff.
So it's just like you need to have like you said, you need to have squared out times where you are getting what you need and where you're taking out that time where you can receive from God, and you are taking out time where you can be a person that's like, you're not having to lead worship. Because the thing is, it's just like being a part of worship and leading worship are two completely different dynamics.
Completely, yes.
Like there are certain, like when you are leading the team in some capacity, like you don't get it is rare for you to get the privilege of just getting lost. You very rarely get that opportunity where it's just like, I'm gone. Like, you know, like
and the pastor's like, well, where are we going? We're
like,
going because you on the floor asleep.
On the second song.
I guess I'm gonna just take it from here.
Basically,
pastor
like
start preaching 2 songs in the set.
And it's just like 9 times out of 10, like you have to, even if everybody else is like gone, like you have to be that person that's still like conscious, for lack of better words, because it's just like you are leading, and it's your responsibility to make sure that the congregation is going spiritually the way that it's supposed to go according to the Spirit. Like, so it's also important to be able to go to those situations where you're not having to worry about that, and you're not having to think about that, and not having to worry about like what's the sequence of this song, and you're not having to worry about like, okay, are we doing 3-part here, or are we doing unison, like.
Exactly.
This is real stuff right now.
Because I'm thinking like you can get lost, but after a while, that's something gonna have to shift. Something gonna have to change. Somebody's got to call it.
Somebody, anybody. Like,
oh, we're just gonna be down here 24 hours. People just leaving out the back.
You're like, well, I'm gonna go because I can do this in my car.
Like, all right. Yeah. So yeah. I don't even wait. Hold up! I don't even know where this plane is somewhere. I don't. Where?
Yeah,
are we?
I'm sorry. It was literally we was flying, and I think I lost it. But like it's to me it's like you have to have both.
There we go.
You have to have both. And if you're taking a break, it doesn't mean that you're taking a break from God. Please don't do that. You're not taking a break necessarily from ministry, because ultimately, like if you're really called to be a worship leader, that's just who you are. You're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But it is okay to take a break from church work. I think that's okay.
Yes.
I really think that there needs to be a place for that, just simply because it's just like, you know what I mean? Like we have that at our church, and I think they've been doing really good about being intentional about that with people, that for people who, I mean, like if you don't watch it, they're gonna end up doing something. They're gonna end up having to do something literally every single Sunday. Yeah. Eventually, like there has to be a break worked in there somehow, and I think that's been happening really, really well. But I mean, like even on a smaller church level, like I get it. You may be like the person, and there is no other person that you can leave it to. I get it. Believe me, I get it.
And I know that. And here's the thing: this is crazy. Call me crazy, but I don't think the church will explode if you're very overloaded. And one Sunday, we just listen to tracks for
I've actually
whatever,
been at a smaller church where they did that. They literally played the music overhead, and you know what they did? They worshipped.
Exactly.
They jumped.
Exactly.
They worshipped God.
Exactly.
They were screaming. It was amazing. I was literally, because I was just visiting the church because we were out of town, and literally I was looking around, and I was like, oh my God, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, and
like,
and I've been to a few times to churches a few times where it was like that, where there was no like worship music, and the worship that night was over the radio, or not radio, but you know what I'm saying, it was over.
And you would have
speakers.
thought there was like a full on like live band, and it was like all of the famous people from your district singing. That's how they was getting after it, and you're just sitting there like, we've been stressing ourselves out for no reason. Like, that's all it takes.
Yeah. A little bit of God go a whole long way,
So and it's like, I know it's scary, especially in like a smaller ministry mindset. And I say that because like I know like I go to a mega church, but also like on the youth side, like because of how we do stuff, like I'm normally with the junior high side, and so like I'm used to being on a much smaller scale of things, and it's not like we have like 20 people to work with. It's like if somebody misses that Wednesday, that's like, whoa, okay, you felt that.
Yeah, it's honestly, now that you're saying that, we are part of a very large church, but that is a small church within itself. Like it's a small church. Like it's a little church, so that it is what you're doing from week to week is a small church, because it's a small church within itself, the way it's operated. And
it's just like, and that's just about all over campus, where it's just like if somebody happens to miss or something like that, you normally need to be there, like you feel that. And it's just like, whoa, okay, now we got a game plan, because it's just like we are missing a major player. Like,
it's a thing where like, it's not like where things will be okay if this person's out. It's like, okay, we have to make some adjustments, and
literally
things have to change. Maybe even some songs,
Like, no, that's a real thing, where it's just like, this person can't sing today. Oh well, we gotta change everything. They gotta change everything because they were leading 2 of the 3 songs.
I think that's kind of good. What the point you brought up, and I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but I think that us having the spiritual break, like you said, you have to be poured into. You have to have those times of worship, and also along with the physical break, just for yourself, for your mind, for your body. I think those have to be. Now, yourself, and you like, some people may need one every 2 months, and some people may need one more often. And I think that having a Sabbath is a good thing, and
also I do want to interject. Don't wait until you're tired and feel like you're about to burn out.
That's good.
Because I say that because my personality, like what I do week to week, I super enjoy it, highly enjoy it. It's amazing. I love it. I love doing it. Even in the down times, I'm just like, I wouldn't rather be doing something else. Like Wednesday night, I'm just like, in my mindset, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like we're doing music. Like that's my mindset. So the whole idea of taking a break is extremely hard, even though I'm like, I could literally be like slapdog tired, and I'm still just like, no, but I still want to do this, because it's just like you feel that when you're passionate about it, like you still, of course, you still want to do it, and when you're not doing it, you feel like weird about it. But you have to think about being healthy. Essentially. Like what is it? Drowning people can't save other drowning people.
Right. Exactly.
It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
That's really that's a really good point. Drowning people can't save drowning. That's right. If you drowning, you can't save me. I'm gonna have to use that one. That's
like, and so it's just, and it goes back to that whole like feeling bad for taking a break. Like I get it, You feel bad. Believe me. I hate taking breaks. I really do. I hate it because if I had it my way, I would love to be doing something every week. I really would. Because I look forward to it. I enjoy it. I love the planning. I love the going over the parts. I love it all. However, you have to take a break.
Yeah,
it's okay. It is okay if you were not the one leading that week. You won't die.
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah, it's gotta happen. We need to have those breaks, I think. Do you have anything else?
Honestly, no.
Yeah, I don't.
Not without going in a circle. I
think now's a good. You know what? Let's end this on a light note.
Yes.
One's got to go.
One's got to go.
One got to go.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
So all right, one got to go. We got burgers,
Mm-hmm.
pizza,
Okay. All right.
tacos,
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
and wings.
Tacos. They got to go.
Tacos. Oh, you're not a taco person?
I am not. Can't do it. Don't like it. I will do it if it's there. I will go with the flow. But 9 times out of 10, I'm really not a taco
Not
person.
a taco person. This is a tough. It's a tough one for me. Like, I don't know. I love tacos. I love wings. I love burgers. I love pizza. So if I could not eat one ever again, let's see.
Oof.
You know,
That is tough because you eat all of that.
I eat all of that. And you know, here's the thing. I wanted tacos may be it for me, but every time I eat a good taco, I'm like, man, this is really good. Like,
And I guess
I don't miss it. I don't know how much I don't know what I'm missing until I eat it.
Yeah, I could see that. Tacos still got to go for me though.
I think tacos is reluctantly. I think tacos is gonna go for me. Man. Well, you still got burritos, which I mean, I guess
That's
burrito
fair.
is just like you just.
It's a closed taco.
It's a closed. So yeah.
Which oddly, I love burritos. Not crazy
Love
about
burrito.
tacos, but I love burritos.
Okay, so let's throw burritos in that in the
Okay.
mix. Which one would you say? Burgers, burritos, wings, and pizza. Which I love burritos more than tacos myself.
You know, this is really weird, but I would actually change my answer to wings.
Wings. Okay.
Yeah, wings. And I say that because the thing is, I like wings, but it's weird because I feel like whenever I get wings, I have to have it with something else. Like I'm not one of those people where I can just sit and eat wings by themselves. If I do that, I'm just like, but what else is like, what? So what else are you bringing to the table? Like,
I think for me, oh man, this is tough. Burgers. I enjoy burgers too much. Like grilling them.
a good
like,
burger,
like
a good burger,
gourmet burgers at the restaurants, like all kind of avocado and all that stuff. Then you got pizza, which I can't imagine life without pizza.
I have just recently really gotten into pizza, and I'm just like, oh my gosh,
What have
this
I
is
been missing?
wonderful. It is literally one of the best things ever invented. Like, yes. And it fits almost every occasion. Almost every occasion. You can find a pizza for it.
Yeah, you can find a pizza for it. Wings, I probably eat the least. Like just to have, like to go to a wings place and just to eat wings. But I love them so much. And burritos. It's another one of those things where you can build your own, and you can. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with wings, and here's why: because there's so much variety in burritos, so much variety in pizza, so much variety in burgers. Wings, you can change up the sauce, but you're just like it's just chicken with sauce. I know it's blasphemous to some people out there, but
it's the truth. You can take it.
Like
it's okay.
You got traditional, and you got the boneless, which is just a chicken strip, and then you got fried.
I can't get with the boneless.
And you got.
Are
you a bone-in person?
I am a bone-in person.
I am a bone-in. Oh my goodness! Thank you.
I tried the boneless. I really did. I gave it a good shot. I really, really tried. Can't do it.
Yeah, me either.
It's just something ain't right.
Like
something
the bread's
right.
usually too thick on them, and they bread them up so they don't have to give you as much.
And it's just
meat.
like essentially like it should be the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not, and that flavor comes from the bone. the flavor comes, the bone and the cartilage when you cook it in, and the flavor comes from that. Oh, I'm telling you, y'all. But my answer is still, as much as I love wings, my answer is still wings, because it's the least vast, I guess, like variety.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that, because it's
least.
just like when you go to a wing place, it's if you've gone to one, you've gone to all of them. The only thing that's different is the sauce. Yeah. And
it's
even
usually
then, like,
not that different. They got the garlic, like the garlic butter or whatever. The lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
They got
now,
that.
I will say lemon pepper is different depending on where you go, but I think that's more so because it's like, how do you do the lemon pepper?
Right, exactly. There's gonna be some kind of jerk chicken. Like, how do you do the jerk? Like, some of it would be
without fail.
They got all these spicy stuff that you can't even eat, and then they got like the generic, the barbecue, and the sweet, and they got some garlic. Like, it's pretty
and
much
then
the
like
same place.
the regular hot wing, and then there's normally
Buffalo.
like there you go. You got the buffalo, and then you normally got like the ghost pepper, whatever. And it depends on the place, but normally there's like just that really hot one that you normally only get because you just want to try it.
Yeah,
like
you doing some kind of challenge with some friends or something. Like, it's
like
crazy.
eat 50 of them and it's free, but you probably got to go to the hospital because your kidneys are shot. I don't know. Like,
so yeah, I think it's gonna be wings for me. Wings, get out of there. So this has been a good episode. I think we're rounding up on about what we normally do.
That time flew by.
Yeah, it did fly. It flew really quick. So guys, this was a very interesting episode. I think we hit the gambit of, smaller church and larger church, and we hit a very large gambit, very large. We casted out a wide net. So it's been a good episode. Make sure you check us out on all of the things: Facebook, YouTube.
Yes.
We're on all of the streaming platforms. Like, comment, share. You have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll address them.
To the best of our
to
ability.
to the best of our ability.
If it's math related,
don't even. If it's math, don't even.
I can direct you to some good resources.
For real, we're looking up math podcasts to direct you to. But yeah, go check us out. It's been a good one, guys. We will see you on the next one. Hopefully, a couple of weeks. See you guys later.